The Opel Antara is a compact crossover SUV designed and produced by Opel since 2006. The Antara, based on the Theta platform, shares its underpinnings and powertrains with the Chevrolet Captiva. However, it is offering only 5 seats instead of 7, and has a different exterior and interior design. In the United Kingdom, the car is sold as the Vauxhall Antara, in Australasia the car is badged as the Holden Captiva 5, and in the United States and Canada it had been sold as the Saturn View. The Antara was marketed as the GMC Terrain in the Middle East, Daewoo Winstorm MaXX in South Korea, and as the Chevrolet Captiva Sport in the Americas. Production: the Antara was first previewed by the 3-door Opel Antara GTC concept car, presented at the 2005 Frankfurt Motor Show. The Antara GTC is based on the 3-door Chevrolet T2X SUV. A similar 3-door SUV was later displayed at the January 2006 New York International Auto Show as the Saturn Preview. The production Antara is a longer 5-door SUV, similar to the Chevrolet S3X and the closely related Chevrolet Captiva. Facelift. In November 2010, a facelift was announced. The front end was revised, and both front and rear lights were refreshed. The new Opel badge also appear on the Opel Antara, respectively. On the inside, there is a revised center console with more storage space and materials, improved instrument graphics and interior lighting. An electric parking brake, a hill assistance system and a shift-up indicator to optimize fuel economy in manual transmission versions are all now standard. Introduced with the 2011 facelift is a new, Euro 5 compliant 2.2-litre diesel engine to replace the previous 2.0-litre and updated version of 2.4-litre petrol. Powertrain. Second generation. The second generation will be an entry-level luxury SUV, and will be based on the Buick Envision. Market. Americas. GM in the United States and Canada introduced the Opel Antara as part of the Saturn division under the name Saturn View in 2007 for the 2008 model year. Saturn had earlier previewed the design at the April 2006 New York International Auto Show as the Saturn Preview concept, and again in production guise at the 2007 Greater Los Angeles Auto Show, held in November–December 2006. The Antara-based model represents the second iteration of the View nameplate, with production moved to Ramos Arizpe, Mexico. The Ramos Arizpe facility also supplies the Colombian, Mexican, Brazilian and Uruguayan markets with the Antara, although it is badged Chevrolet Captiva Sport in these countries. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety awarded the 2008 model year View its top safety pick after receiving a good overall score in both the front and side impact tests. Trim levels include the XE, XR, the sports-oriented Red Line, and the Green Line Hybrid. Saturn fitted the View with the 169 horsepower 2.4-litre Ecotec Line 4. The 222 horsepower 3.5-litre V6 and the 3.6-litre V6 rated at 257 horsepower were optional. The Red Line uses the same 3.6-litre V6 from the XR, adding several sporting changes, including manual shifting of the 6-speed automatic transmission, a reduction in ride height of approximately 1 inch, and a sport-tuned suspension. Exterior appearance changes for the Red Line include 18-inch alloy wheels, and a more aggressive front bumper, tail lamps and exhaust tips. The front-wheel drive-only Green Line petrol-electric hybrid uses the same mild BAS hybrid system with a 2.4-litre engine as the first-generation View. Software updates and optimizations have smoothed the operation while also improving fuel economy. Under the 2008 EPA standards, the View is listed at 25 mpg US/32 mpg US city highway. Saturn dropped the Green Line badge for 2009 in favor of the name Hybrid. A full hybrid model featuring GM's two-mode system was to have been introduced for the 2009 year model. This would have combined with an electric motor with a direct injection version of the 3.6-litre V6 providing a combined output of 262 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. This version was to have maintained the 3,500-pound towing capacity of the standard 3.6-litre variant and would have utilized the 2MT70 continuously variable automatic transmission. Saturn was also expected to release a plug-in hybrid version of the two-mode hybrid platform for the 2010 model year. This was to have been the first plug-in hybrid with the system offered as original equipment. For the 2010 model year, little was changed from the previous year, the most prominent being the deletion of the red line trim and the slight gain in power output for the four-cylinder engine range. Production of the 2010 model year Vue ceased in 2009, following the closing of the Saturn brand. This decision did not affect the assembly of the Chevrolet Captiva Sport for Latin and South American markets. After Saturn's demise, GM planned to retail the upcoming two-mode hybrid Vue as a Buick from the 2011 model year. It would have included the 8 kWh lithium-ion battery pack found in Chevrolet Volt. GM subsequently cancelled its production plan of the Buick following negative reception, while concurrently announcing the plug-in hybrid powertrain would be transferred to another vehicle during 2011. In late 2011 for the 2012 model year, the Mexico-built Chevrolet Captiva Sport was imported into the United States for fleet buyers. This decision was made to fill the void for compact crossovers as Chevrolet phased out the HHR. The 2012 model was available with a 2.4-litre inline-4 or 3.0-litre V6 with both engines mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is optional on LTZ. The V6 and optional all-wheel drive were dropped for 2013. The Captiva Sport was discontinued in the US in August 2014, as Chevrolet directed fleet buyers to the Equinox SUV or the new City Express van instead. Australasia. The Australasian market receives the Antara as part of the Holden Captiva range. When introduced in November 2006 after being announced the previous September, the Antara-based Holden was known as the Captiva MaXX, selling alongside the cheaper Chevrolet Captiva-based Holden models. It was offered with a single powertrain, a 5-speed automatic-equipped 3.2-litre V6. The MaXX remained on sale in Australia until 2008, although New Zealand sales continued until the end of 2009. In a reversal of the Antara-based Captiva's previous market position, Holden in December 2009 reintroduced the model as the price-leading 5-seater Captiva 5, while the more expensive Chevrolet-based 7-seat-only models were rebranded Captiva 7. Holden fitted the Captiva 5 with a 2.4-litre petrol engine only. Front-wheel drive models employed the 5-speed manual transmission only, with the 5-speed automatic variant tendered only in conjunction with all-wheel drive. Series 2 revisions were announced for Captiva 5 in February 2011, with sales commencing in March. The changes included the implementation of the facelift, including a new mesh grille insert with thin air intakes, chrome-bezeled fog lamps, and new tail lamp lenses. The Series 2 Captiva 5 also gained updated powertrains with an uprated 2.4-litre petrol 4-cylinder and a 135-kilowatt 2.2-litre turbo diesel. 6-speed manual and automatic transmissions are fitted with the petrol engine, with diesel available only with the 6-speed automatic. References. External links: Opel Antara on GM Media official website.